What is up? I did the mistake of putting a knife inside the access fan on my Creality Ender 3 Pro, so I have no choice but replacing it. So let's get going. First up, you want to make sure the printer is turned off and unplugged. Then you also want to make sure that there's no filament in the extruder. Then you want to unscrew the display module and unplug it. This will aid us in putting the printer sideways, which will make it easier for us to work on it. We want to start by gaining access to the motherboard. Unscrew the 3 screws on the bottom and the one on the top. But do not pull the plate off just yet. You also want to unplug the cable leading to the motherboard fan. Then we'll move on. Start by cutting all the zip ties leading from the motherboard all the way to the printhead. After removing the tape, you want to unplug all the cables leading to the cable sock, and then pull it away. Then we want to free the cables from the cable sock. And you want to remove the cable sock by pushing it forward, and don't pull it. Since pulling it will just make it longer, increase the tension, and therefore lock the cables in place, which we don't want to happen. Then you want to remove the screws on the printhead and carefully remove it. After which the access fan could be screwed right off. Then, making sure to not tangle anything up, you want to carefully separate the cables from the access fan from the rest. And take your time on this one. Unboxing the new fan, make sure to handle it really carefully, since you neither want to tangle its cables. Then you just want to put it in and screw it in place. Make sure all the wires are in the right place, and then carefully route the plate onto the printhead. And then you want to take the screws and carefully screw them in one by one, a little bit at a time. Well, don't waste your time with any other method, since it basically won't work with these screws. Once it's fastened, you want to take all the cables leading from the printhead and align them by each other. This is to make sure they have the same length. Once they're properly aligned, fold the cables quite close to the end and then start pushing the cable sock over it. Then it's just a matter of pushing it on there. And again, do not pull it, just push it. Once you have reached the end, you want to take it just a little bit further, and this will allow us to unfold the cables. Then, let's reassemble everything. Put zip ties on the bottom tube, the other cable sock, all the way down to the motherboard. Make sure to properly plug everything back into the motherboard, and tie it up using a zip tie. Plug the motherboard fan back in place, screw all the screws at the bottom, and also don't forget to screw at the top. Put the display module back in place, and then we're finally done! Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful.